Well, hey everyone, this is Charlie6 Zulu here today with another battle replay. I know we skipped it last week, but I wanted to get a two-part out. Back to every Saturday this will be coming out. You got here a battle that actually came from last week's stream from Joe, his Land of Sieges. Let's start this off with, as always, army comps. Right here, I'm going to start off with the 1v1 that we've got, which is me playing as Charlie, Charlie6 Zulu playing as Rome. I know. It's a rare one for me, but we were messing around talking about the greatest Pontifex Maximus, Lepidus, our greatest hero, and I decided just for Augustin and the rest of the chat, let's go. But I've got here the Legatus General with his bodyguard of 2 Praetorian Guard, as you can see here. On top of that, I have Associae Equitae Extraordinari, as well as 2 Auxiliary Syrian Archers, 1 Gladiator Spearman, 1 Gladiator, 1 Gladiatress, because I couldn't keep it even and I really wanted 0, 6 Legionnaires, and we have, facing him on this 1v1, is Inoris with Desert Rome or Sicily, with an interesting general. I love this general. I normally bring 4 skirmishers, so I can't bring it, but the Numidian Noble Cavalry. Very tough unit, as you'll see a bit later on, probably at the end of the battle, where I kind of deep dive into his stats. And by deep dive, I mean superficially look at it and say I did my work. He also has 6 Desert Cohort, 5 of these Desert Legionnaires, and 5 Nubian Spearmen. Now, we'll get back to finish off the defenders and then move on to the attackers of the other front. We'll start with Propane as Parthia. Propane here has a Royal Cataphracts General, 1 Indian War Elephant, 1 Camel Cataphracts, 4 Parthian Foot Archers, 2 Hillmen, and 6 Parthian Swords. Starting to see a bit of a trend. We don't have that much infantry. We also have Joe playing as Gati, which I'm definitely not going to mistake as Galatia anytime in this continuation. I should say. 4 Noble Swords with his general, 3 Spear Horsemen, which is a cavalry unit that you normally don't see. So let's see if I can find them. There they are. They're here. Just ignore what's over here outside of these guys. Interesting units. On top of that, we have 4 Dacian Heavy Bowmen and 4 Mercenary Axe Warriors. Finally, we have the Canadian historian, my favorite goose, playing Iceni, with the Heroic Noble General, as well as 4 Chosen Sword Band, 3 Sword Band, 4 Britain Slingers, and obviously 4 Chariots, 3 of which are over here, and the last one is over sitting on the other side of the map. Very cheap Chariots and very good Chariots. Now, finishing off on the attackers, let's jump over here. Since we ended with a goose, we're going to start with the next goose. This is Goose 801. He's got 3 Oathsworn, including his general, 4 Gallic Hunters who are hiding somewhere, 6 Celtic Warriors, and 5 Chosen Swordsmen. Top of that, we have titled some as Seleucid. Now, he's brought a very top-heavy Seleucid, and let's hope it works out for him. I don't. I don't personally as a defender, but if you guys do, I won't blame you. 6 Silver Shield Swordsmen, that is including the general, 4 Syrian Archers, 4 Eastern Spearmen, 3 Hillmen, and 1 Thraeos Spear. Finally, last but not least, Nice Rice playing Saba, who is a mercenary Marib Cavalry General and Eastern Ballista. Interesting unit, let's see if I can see. The mercenary Himyar Cavalry, the Jewish cavalry. 2 Sabine archers, 2 slingers, 2 desert levy, a Marie Royal Guard, 7 mercenary mascot marauders, and 3 Sabine swords. Now, that is everyone introduced. Let's sit ourselves over here. Well, starting right off, we have Iceni just marching on out. All those chosen sword bands. Those little sword band following up. Behind them we have some of Gaety's spear horsemen. I don't know what is with me. Renslingers following. Heroic nobles. Of course, it looks like the chariots are waiting in the wings along with the elephants waiting for them to commit. On the opposite side here, we have rushing up are these eastern spearmen for Slukid. Breaking that fence after jumping over it. Again, Rome 2 has the weakest fences in all of the Total War games. They instantly break after you jump over them. Really wouldn't protect against anything you would use it to protect against. There is the crux of my army right there. Definitely what's gonna win me the fight. Right there, the Sociae Equites Extraordinari. Numidians trying to be cheeky. The Nubian spearmen here, probably sacrificial lamb to take out the artillery over there, because mine is going to very soon be worthless as they prepare to move over there, which I don't notice very fast. I kind of, you'll see it in a bit, but I make a pretty big blunder that could have cost me that side. Even with the elite bodyguard right here. Legatus and 2 Praetorian guards. I wouldn't normally bring them as Rome, to be honest. Even though I did. But they are my favorite looking unit in the Roman roster. Those purple capes. And their propensity for killing emperors. But battle lines are being drawn. Iceni taking this small gap, while Saba and Seleucid preparing to defend against it, while Seleucid brings a lot of his cheaper forces to break that down, and that is unfortunate. If he can somehow get to this one, that could help their case, but that is unfortunate. Let's make sure nothing else like that happens. Alright, luckily those all broke without issue. It is the worst thing when tortoises just make a small sliver. They're trying to block off any cavalry charge effectively from pushing out. They're a little worried about it, to be honest. These Averni boys. Yeah, there we go. I should probably remove that. These Nubians are pretty injured, being chased by legionnaires on this side. Then I should be pushing up probably the unit of gladiators in a second, as those Nubians backed off and decided to move down towards there with the rest of the army. No. Oh, right, I put legionnaires up here, then they somehow still get past that, so I put gladiators up here in case I don't get back to it. I used 3 units to have to deal with this Nubian spearman. But we're not really interested in that right now. We have a bit of an archer battle going on. Slingers. What are you aiming at? Are you hitting the... They're hitting the Thrails, while the Syrians behind are managing to hit them. Looks like these slingers over here are managing to hit these slingers. Right in the middle. See if he realizes. Yep, he's realized he's going to start pushing back those guys to get out of range. Ah, look at that. They might use 1 unit to hit these guys, but I think they're going to be able... Oh, they're using more than 1. This unit might not actually make it. Which is the downside. They need to get their infantry up, but they don't want to force an engagement to get to that point. That's why this is so unfortunate right there. Because if they had that, they could have pushed in against Parthia. Right there, while not forcing a commitment against these arranged. Looks like Averni's preparing to take the lead, and Parthia is sending out his unit of Camel Cataphracts. Which, if I'm not mistaken, he has... Does he only have one of them? I thought he had two. Ah, he's a Camel Cataphrax and a Royal Cataphrax as his general. That's right, that's right. Well, it looks like I used my 3 units to take out the Nubian over there. And I think I've just realized my brain has finally stopped. I thought he was originally going to go there and I had some time. But my brain has finally caught up to the fact that he's going all the way down here and I am rushing over there now because I am way out of position. And here comes my favorite unit in my army. Just kidding, it's the Praetorians, but I brought them for fun. Out. Looks like the threat. Oh, another unit of Eastern Spearmen going in. Honestly, not a bad strategy. It isn't. Yes, they're going to lose a lot of their Eastern Spearmen. What shot? What is shooting? Is it one of these guys have artillery? Ah, here it is. I think. Yeah, he's got 9 kills. He's got some kills. No, it's not that. Is there one down here? Oh, they got it down before the Eastern Spearman broke, so that actually is very worthwhile. Am I blind? Where's the other artillery piece if there is one? Has to be Defender's artillery, but I don't see it because I'm fucking blind apparently. I won't worry about it. Actually, let's check something. I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. It looks like the slingers are taking down the chaff. Honestly, not too bad of a strategy for Saba and Seleucid. This could be big. If Seleucid pushes up his archers along with these Gallic hunters, they can eliminate the ranged, gain a lot more superiority over here. But Icini's moving in against units without... Oh no, they don't have Pila. Oh, are they stopping? Nope, there he goes. They are in square. Oh. Most of them are getting through the square. Some of them getting stuck up there. Most of the unit pushing its way out. Ooh. They took some losses, but ooh, it's too late. Even with those losses. I mean, oh my gosh, look at this number climb. They're already over 100 kills. And by the way, just a quick trick for anyone who's not used to chariots and wants to get used to them. Bring the Iceni ones, because they are the cheapest unit chariots in the game that are, and they're really cheapest chariots in the game with these stats, and they end up very effective. Like, it's Iceni chariots and side chariots you look at, and these guys are cheap compared to side chariots. See if they get up to 300. Oh. I think the full unit's dead. I don't know if they got up to 300 or not, but they died there. This corner's being retaken. I'm just getting into position. You can see winded, winded, winded. Bit tired already, winded. Winded, so some of my guys are going to be not feeling very well when they get here. Whatever. Oh, hold on, there are some chariots left. Yes, some did survive. They got up to 317. That is, oh my gosh, that is worth it. So now he has 2 chariots over here and 1 on this side. He's got 3 more chariots, and if they all do 300 or so kills, I mean, what, 1,800 right there? No, 1,200, sorry. And that's, I mean, that's a sizable chunk for 4 units that cost around 700, 800 each. And that's why if you want to get used to chariots or you just want to play a chariot game, Bring Iceni. Trust me. But it looks like the chaff... some Sabine swordsmen. They're actually... So they are good units. They are. Good mid-tier units. The only issue they have is that 35 base morale is what hurts them. And it would be the only time I would recommend you bring a noble sword, because noble swords are worthless. The desert version variation. Bring them to bolster up that defense with the encourage to keep that morale strong. But Desert Rome is preparing his assault over here. Some Nubian spearmen against legionnaires. That's going to go really well. Use some Desert Legionnaires over here, getting ready with the gatehouse. He is attempting to break this down, but it's not going to be enough. That's burning. Some cohort following up. Yeah, see? Small sliver. These two, I mean, the only path is to get onto that wall. Maybe try to go all the way down here, but most likely try to support this fight right here. Just about this distance. But there is a full-time engagement going over here. I mean, almost 50 kills against Chosen Sword Band. I mean, that's not bad. Chosen Swords Band are pretty much the bread and butter of Iceni. Over here, I mean, it's just the Celtic warriors coming in. They're gonna mercenary axes and Parthians. It's gonna be tough. Moscot right here. Ooh. Yeah, Moscots are scary units. They are a medium infantry unit, so don't be afraid to shoot them, but they can rack up kills. I mean, these are also hillmen, so if they didn't rack up kills, I would be sad. Over there, the Camel Cataphracts is there, and I'm still hiding my guy. As the next unit of Chariots come out when they see their opportunity. Let's actually lead that up. Oh, they lost a decent chunk, but running right on through. I mean, kills-wise, they're not as good, but, I mean, they just ran through a ton of archers. I mean, those archers are pretty much dead. They're getting into the Gallics now. Oh, here comes kills popping off. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, I'll say one thing. So far, these two chariots that have been used, oh my gosh, they have gotten value. They're already at 2 bronze chevrons, 347. There's still a decent chunk left. They're going to get Pila down in a second. Oh, but they're still going to rack up kills. I think they're going to get up to 400 on this one. I mean, it's a safe bet. They were at 392. Yeah, there you go. Yep, here comes all the Pila. All these guys are dropping. They're down to 1. 1 left. Here it is. He's at 430. He's still going. He's going to keep pumping until he shatters. Then he's going to still keep getting kills. And he's gone. 439. 1 chariot over here left. 1 still over there. Saba trying to get in with some of those Himyar cavalry. Parthian swordsmen, where I don't... Oh, that's probably their flag. Have gotten into more of these slingers. Holy cow. Brutal. Look at that, noble swords out. The good noble swords, by the way, I should say. I love Galatia, or... I don't know what is with me. Gati is a faction. Over here we have on the wall a bit of a wall fight. Legionnaires trying to hold back this, while the Nubian spearmen are breaking so they can get through. More Nubian spearmen through the middle. 1 cohort breaking with another one in the fight. And this legionnaire pretty much dead, but they just got a chevron. They're at 221 kills. Now I don't normally play Rome on defense while we're looking at this, but there is a joke. Not a joke, he is the greatest of the second triumvirate, but Lepidus. We were in his stream just talking how great Lepidus was. So, as a thank you to So thank you to that stream. And us all knowing that Leptis is the best, I decided to play Rome. How are these noble swords doing? So 186. Over here, I mean, the Moss Gods have been having some trouble. It's a tough corner attack. I don't like attacking over here, because you can do this. Doing a little better over here. 75 kills still. It's only 34. What's this one at? 75 as well. That one's up to 78. This fight's going to be a tough one. I'm coming around. Spear Horsemen have stopped there. All these archers are pretty much by themselves, and the artillery is firing. They're at 41. Honestly, my fight's not fun. It's literally just this grind right here. I have a unit over here to protect against that push. But it does end up a grind. I do run low on units. I'll show it to you if it comes in. My Gladiatrix is coming in. But, to be honest, this is a far more interesting fight. And the infantry for Iceni is starting to run out. 100 kills. But they've done their job. We were at the disadvantage at the beginning of this fight, and now look at this, we're almost even. As more and more units push in, we're starting to push harder. These Parthian swords are dropping. This front has been opened up a bit. Hillman over there. This is big for them. They're going to probably get that Celtic warrior. Oh, they're going to go into the archers. See, I would get the back of those Parthians right now. Get in the back of those Parthians, break them, get through. But he is going to commit his Celtics all the way into this fight, which is a gamble that paid off for him, because there is nothing here. So, all these archers are going to start dropping. Another unit of Verni coming in. But we're not going to take that sitting down, as Camel Cataphracts, Socii Extraordinari, and this unit of Chariots come to eliminate their archers to make up for our loss. And not too crazy of a charge, but getting into there, trapping them up. Seleucid's archers dropping as another chariot comes in and pretty much eliminates his flank. Look at this. Just ran right through there, and look how many people are... I mean, that's already up to 180 kills. One pass, 180 kills. Like, gosh. More than anything, this fight should show you just how scary chariots can be when used right. Over here, he's continuing to chase. Parthi is going to be able to protect them. But, I mean, Daci's archers are gone. Oh. Two of them got away. Actually, did all of them get away? They all got away. So this ended up being a win for us. Hopefully we distracted them long enough so everyone can get away. My guys get stuck up here with don't get much more. I mean, these chariots are at 327, and they're just going to continue to march around. I mean, that's literally what this fight is just showcasing how scary chariots can be. And that's all this is going to... If there's one thing to take away from that, that's what you take away from it. If you learn how to use chariots, you can slaughter someone with just 4 units. I mean, he's still going. Run sideways. I mean, he's just racking up kills. And he's going to get into this big old fight here. This is probably where his unit's going to die. But he's going to... Yep, there's where it shatters. I mean, they're still going, knocking people over. Look at those people drop. Up to 389 kills with 3 chariots. These are their last remaining chariots. They'll start to run again. Over here, though I say it's the toughest spot to attack, they did win. Not because there wasn't much of a defense here. Iceni coming out kind of stretches a bit thin, and that is the gamble. So now they're free to push. Noble swords against some Oathsworn chosen. Noble swords would normally lose, but they do have these Dacian heavies. They're getting into the archers here, but we do have the elephant remaining. And the last chariot over here. Oh. As this fight goes on, over here again, as it's continuing to be a stalemate. I am running low on men right here, you can see it. I'm kind of don't have much left. So moving this up to protect against anyone getting cheeky and getting through, and moving up those Praetorians. Preparing those gladiators for this. So Nubian spearmen are coming up on the wall. But over here is the main thrust of the push. There really isn't much over here. But there is cavalry, so the Averni is trying to pretend not get overextended. And these chariots are about to run rampant again. This is why I left the counter up this time. I didn't forget this time. Yeah. This one I don't know if it does as well, but we're gonna find out. This one I was paying attention to my side, so I want to see this out. I mean, they're already at 55 kills. These are some elite units. There's an Osworn there, a Chosen there. They are losing a good chunk, but he is just running rampant over the back lines. Probably going to come in, yeah, come back around. Because they got the charge into the back. I'll tell you this, remember, the other one had 400 kills with 2 bronze chevrons. This one's at 134 and has a bronze chevron. He's been killing some high-tier stuff. But this one, I don't think is going to get up to that 300, 400 mark. But it doesn't need to. That unit of Osworns lost 30 men. Oh. Oh, those Gallics? There they go. Shattered. So he's still getting kills. He's up to almost 200. Oh yeah, the Saba player over here is trying to play with the cavalry. Yeah, this is the big moment. They're about to break around here. Legionnaires are about to drop in the middle and free up the gate. Saba just running around with his general. Chariot's still alive. They're at 228, so maybe, hey, maybe they will get some kills. Get right into that unit. And they're going to come around and probably break these guys now. But a headhunt was just popped, and that could be very bad for the Chariots. Yeah, you can already see 2 of them drop. Or 1 of them dropped. I think a second one's going to drop in a second. No, they made it out. He's up to 254 with 2 bronze chevrons. Yep, there goes 1. Down to 3. And they'll get back in and finish them off. This fight is fairly brutal. I mean, there's not much left on the defender side. What, we got a noble sword here, archers, noble sword general, axe warriors, a chariot. Literally, infantry is pretty much gone. We got some war elephants over here. When it comes to infantry, I'm the last one left with units. Got that unit of my legatus in there to stop that charge. Praetorians just pushing in. Saba comes in trying to do some damage. Those gladiators get in there, starting to do a lot of damage, you can see. I can pop that off now. This is the last place the fight will be. So might as well. Gladiatrix was 140. Ah, yes, Gladiator Spearman. Best unit. There we go. I brought a really weird build. Honestly, very scary skirmisher cavalry. Look at those melee stats. 65 melee attack, 36 weapon damage, and a 40 charge bonus on top of being a skirmish cav makes them very scary. Don't be afraid to bring them, but remember in 124 rules, they are one of the 4. The Praetorians pushing in, doing their damage. All here is a gladiator spearman. Basically, throwing everything at the wall, hoping to stay alive long enough for my units to win. Noble Cab moving around. And I think the elephants got a decent chunk. Yeah, they got 76 of them, but now they have to pull back so they don't get peeled down. And probably get behind this Marie Royal Guard. As this side gets finished off, and the chariot lives. One chariot left, 299. Can he get 300? Run someone over, get 300. Come on. He's trying to get 300 right now. Either that or he's trying to run away. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! He got 300. Oh, yes, he got over 300. So all of his chariots got over 300. There we go. Sorry I got away from this. This fight's finishing off. The desert cohort broke. Gladiators behind. This fight, that side just broke. So now it's over. And Legatus getting behind all these boys. Instantly breaking these three because of the army losses and the rear charge penalty. This is pretty much ending it. All that's left over here are these Oathsworn and the Chosen, which are... Joe's Chosen should die in a second. These Oathsworn are about to be shot. And this fight right over here. And they're at 304, man. You know what? That chariot made it. That Oathsworn is gone, leaving all that's left right here. The Nubian Noble Cavalry. What's that? 44 kills, not bad. I think he's going to try to... what is he trying to take out? The chariot? Oh no, poor chariot, don't die. Make it to the end, no! As he disappears, there he goes. He's just trying. He's just going in now. Might as well. It's over. He could have been cheeky, try to get some kills, but with the spear horses there, it would be annoying. So he decided to play around and go into Canterbury Circle in melee mode. So he circles around. As you can see, melee mode circling. And that is it. Let's see how everyone did. I feel a little disgusted to play as Rome, but remember, all hail the Pontifex Maximus Lepidus. So, first up here, we have Gaety with Joe. He brought his standout units. Obviously, his Noble Sword General, 119 kills and almost no deaths. Mercenary Axis, 118 right here, 108. 208 and 138. I mean, they all just performed. Then his Noble Swords. I mean, I love these units. I bring, I think, 4 of them on attack. And he brought 4 of them on defense. So, you know, very elite. 183, 200, and 128, and still so much left. Then we have me. I did get over my kill total, so I am happy. I mean, 178 for the Socii Extraordinari. 129 for the Syrian, 144 for the Gladiatresses. Between the two, the Gladiatresses do better. They have better killing. I think they have more armor. I don't think they have better killing, they have more armor. Gladiators are a lot more shock infantry than Gladiatresses are, but they're both very shock. Legionnaires 199, 223, 125, 217, 254, 158. And my Praetorians 121 and 151 and still healthy. This 125 is still healthy too. Gladiators didn't really get used. Propane is next as Parthia. Standout, I mean, Indian War Elephants 186, and you could have done so much more with that. Camel Cataphracts 304. Foot Archers 223, 191. Parthian Swords have 120, 152, 102, 205, there you go, and 119. And Goose. Honestly, in my opinion, the MVP of this army, because of those 4 units there, but his Heroic Nobles got 111, and then we look at what got so many kills. Chariots with 389, 446, 331, and 304. And just indulge me for a second. I don't think I'll cut this out, or I will. Let's see if I remember, eh? That is for the Canadian over there. That is 1,470 kills out of his 2,750. That's almost half. Or it might actually be a little over half. It's more than half of his kills. That's how dangerous Chariots can be if used right. He's got 103 here on it and 174 for his British Slingers. His chosen sword band 139, 154, 224. So there you go, really good. And though not very good, he's got 69 kills on that sword band. Nice. And Norris here, who actually did throw me for a loop. He wanted to try something different, and I'll be honest, didn't expect it. Luckily, I got there just in time, though a lot of my units were tired at the beginning of that fight. And I was just bringing that Legatus' second wind to just freshen them up when I could. 313 for this desert cohort. 164, 137. Nubian's not really getting many kills. Probably could have worked. Probably would have worked if I brought someone other than Rome, to be honest. Because, I mean, it's just Roman Legionnaires, which are probably the most cost-effective mid-tier unit outside of Roman Principes, in my opinion. Not the best, but most cost-effective. Because Goose 801, the Canadian historian is also known as the Canadian Goose, I should mention. That was his old name. Make sure to remind him that he's the historian now. But the new Goose, 801, probably has one of the strongest mid-tiers outside of the Sword Followers, which is the Chosen Swords. But he's got 122 on his Oathsworn, 103, 213 on these Celtics. Look at that. They're a scary low tier. 148, 118. Chosen 169. And just one Oathsworn getting 126 outside of his Generals 122. Nice Rice here brings Saba. I mean, interesting army to bring a Saba infantry build. I would have brought maybe a few more Maribs, but I mean, this is a solid army in and of itself. Marib Cavalry 166, 191 for that Himir Cavalry. He did a very good job zoning us with that. I mean, not much here. They got taken out pretty early. 118 for the Marib Royal Guard, 132, 163, 140, 125, and 147 for the Mercenary Muscat Marauders. I love this unit, to be perfectly honest. I think I'd bring the Mercenary Marabs personally for me on attack, but Sabine Swordsman not really do much. Entitled right here. This was an interesting army, but it is all these silver shields. 206, 275, 114, 187, 261. I mean, that. Oof. Syrian archers, not really doing too much. Same. Not a kill between each of these Eastern Spearmen, but to be fair, you wouldn't have expected them to. 11 being the highest in there. And that Theraeus just got bodied pretty early. It wasn't too good for him. But that is all. I hope you all enjoyed. That is me, Charlie 6 Zulu, signing off.